was
now, tomorrow, forever. Thank you.
You've been listening to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaking in front of the United Nations General Assembly. Not the entirety of the General Assembly, as many of those delegates walked out at the beginning of this very fiery speech from the Israeli Prime Minister. At one point, he referred to the United Nations as an anti-Semitic swamp, and he said the real war criminals are in Iran, Gaza, and Lebanon. So some very fiery words.
This was a defiant speech. He was speaking to a largely empty chamber. It was empty-ish before he got there. And then, as you noted, there were a couple of walkouts, including, according to our teams inside, from Malaysia, Indonesia, and Iran.
The people of Israel live now, tomorrow, forever. Thank you.
You've been listening to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's.
I want to give all praise, honor, glory, and worship unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who still rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect, scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 9 and verse 6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. And that bastard that's dwelling in Ashdod, that's dwelling in the land of Israel, is the nation of Edom, who acquired the land of Israel via the Balfour Declaration, the British Mandate, the people that you know as the small hats, the Ish people, okay, who claim that they come from the land of Israel, who you see Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu attempt to give a speech to which, because of the exposure of their fraudulent, what do you call it? Not fraudulent, imposters, their fraudulent, impostoring, claiming to be the Israelites is coming to light. The world is realizing that them getting the land in 1948, like I said, by the British Mandate, the Balfour Declaration, right? Them acquiring the land of Israel was not a fulfillment of Bible prophecy, and that they are not the true children of Israel that are supposed to be in the land. And the whole world is seeing through these devils now. And the Bible said that this would happen. The Lord said it's the shameful spewing. Shameful spewing will be upon their glory. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shameful glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. Right, because they're being exposed. The cup of the Lord Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And you see in that shameful spewing is on these people glory who stole the land of Israel. Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Therefore, thus saith the Lord power. Surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. So these people took the land of Israel, okay, despitefully, because it's not theirs, okay, with the joy of all their hearts to cast it out for a prey. And they've been using that land, like I said, to get a lot of money, extorting different nations, especially the nation of America, so-called America, Babylon the Great. They pay hundreds of dollars to help fund Israel. And that is why America is going to be the one that's going to be, they're the only ones that's going to be left standing with the land of Israel. The only ones that's going to be left standing with the land of Israel is America. And that's why America is going to get drawn into World War III by this conflict that is the land of Israel. This controversy that is the land of Israel. That's how America is going to get drawn into World War III. The Bible says, surely, we're going to read it, surely that the least of the flock shall draw them out. It's Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 45. It says, "Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, that he have taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldees. Babylon the great is America. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." Surely, who is least of the flock? That tiny little speck that they call the land of Israel, which is not the land that was promised to Abraham. That's a piece of it, but that's a very small piece of it. That's about 1%, 2% of what was promised to Abraham. Okay, and they stamp a name that they stamp the name Israel on it, and think that they could just call it a day. You know, while casting that land out for a prey, while extorting the whole planet Earth. Okay, because the planet Earth thinks that they're the Jews. The planet Earth thinks that they're the Israelites. So the planet Earth brings them tribute. But in the kingdom of heaven, the real Israelites, they're gonna get all tribute. They are on all things. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh, and when the real Israelites are in the land, there will be no more wars. But we're on the verge of World War III. So clearly, a bastard, like I read at the beginning, a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purpose that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldees. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. The least of the flock is Amalek. Okay, Amalek is the small hats, which is Amalek is the grandson of Esau. Okay, and the land of Israel, that's the least of the flock, which is occupied by mainly the tribe of Amalek from the nation of Edom. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who? Babylon is going to draw Babylon out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So the land of Israel and Babylon the Great is both going to be made desolate. But the land of Israel is going to be built back up. To prove that, let's go to Isaiah the 60th chapter. Isaiah 61, actually. And verse 4, it says, "And they shall build the old waste. They shall raise up the former desolations. They shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations." You see, so that's talking about the land of Israel is going to be built back up, you know, and different parts of the earth that's going to be destroyed via World War III, because World War III is going to be a nuclear war pursuant to Bible prophecy. So you see, these people, majority of people walked out before he even took the stage. And I want to show that. Because CNN kind of made it, they did say that people walked out before and then a couple walked out after. But as they were playing the video, you would think, because they had him speaking in the top corner, but then they had a view of the crowd at the same time leaving out, as if they were leaving out when he was speaking, when that's not the case. Majority of people left. Majority of the countries, because this is the UN General Assembly. The UN General Assembly. Let's look that up. Which the UN, we know the UN stands for United Nations. Right? UN General Assembly. So I just want definition. The United Nations General Assembly is one of 6 principal organs of the United Nations. So everything is with 6 with this man. So the UN has 6 principal organs of the United Nations, serving as its main deliberative, policy-making, and representative organ. So this is the part of the UN that makes the policies, okay, that have the main deliberations. So this is a grand stage in the United Nations General Assembly. And see, that's like I said, because Esau is being exposed. Shameful spewing is upon his glory. The scriptures say that before the end would come, that the man of sin would be revealed. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, which means the son of destruction. So the day of the Lord was not going to come until the man of sin be revealed, and that's talking about being revealed on a global scale. When you read the book of Obadiah, that's what it's going into. The book of Obadiah is happening before our eyes. Verse 4 says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worship. You mean to tell me, enslaving the Israelites, funding all the boats, those small hats, they funded all the ships for the slave trade. So they sold the Israelites in slavery, beat them till they forgot who they was, beat them till they don't even know their own name. Then took their heritage and claimed to be them, which is, when you're claiming to be an Israelite, you're claiming to be a child of the Heavenly Father. You're claiming Israel in the Hebrew is Yah, Shar, Allah. Yah meaning he, Shar meaning prince, Allah meaning God or power. So when you claiming to be a Israelite, you claim that he is a prince of the power, and you're not. So you're opposing and you're exalting yourself above all that is called God, including who the true Israelites are. You want to oppose and exalt yourself over them, and you have. But it was all so that you could be revealed as the son of perdition, as the man of sin, the man of destruction. And when you read the comments, let me go back to that CNN video, because when you read the CNN short, when you read the comments,
The people of Israel
you
live
are being
now,
exposed,
tomorrow, forever.
I'm talking about
Thank you.
average people.
You've been listening.
Let me pause this. Every comment is against you, Amalekites. Okay, every comment, every single one. It says that wasn't a couple walkouts, Alec Marquard. It was dozens. So, and when you see somebody walk out of their seat, that is a country walking out. Okay, because those individuals in those seats are representatives of their country, which shows you how they feel about the particular prime minister and the country that he represents, which is Benjamin Netanyahu and the state of Israel. It says the applause that you hear comes from visitors in the gallery. Netanyahu brought with him, not anyone in the assembly. So not one person in the general assembly, not one nation actually clapped when he took the stage. Because you hear a lot of people clapping. You heard a lot of people clapping when he got on stage, but so you would think, oh, some nations were supporting him, some nations walked out. No, they're saying that all the claps was coming from visitors in the hallway. It says Netanyahu doesn't want a ceasefire. The face of a war criminal. The poor innocent people suffering for no food, medical care, etc. To stop him, stop AIPAC. Whatever that is, gotta look that up. It says, arrest that war criminal, end this madness. Brave for those who walk out. This is the same guy who confessed on sabotaging the 1993 Oslo Accords peace treaty. Talking about Benjamin Netanyahu. If Hezbollah is a terrorist organization, what is Israel then? These are comments I'm reading. He is a war criminal and needs to be prosecuted for his crimes. This is a dangerous man. I feel like Israel has had a similar or at least comparable development as the U.S. There seems to be very little remains of progressive ideas, social liberalism, or social democratic policies in Israel. That early on was at least partly socialist. The mentality has become more aggressive, conservatism has increased, and defiance, spite, aggression, and hate has been essential elements on the right-wing mentality policies and foreign politics for quite a while now, similar to the mega extreme right in the U.S. Voting out defiance or spite instead of conviction is a terrible thing. So that guy gave his opinion. So you see, people in the comments, they're not siding with Israel anymore. Those days are long gone. Okay, of people feeling bad for you small hats, and then you just using the blanket, cover yourself with the blanket of anti-Semitism, and try to hide
Anyone with
behind
$10,000 or
that,
more
man.
in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Getting started.
The Assembly will hear an address by His Excellency Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of the State of Israel. I request protocol to escort His Excellency and invite him to address the
Yeah, you see
Assembly.
Turkey walking out. You see Turkey walking out, which is Gomer in the scriptures.
Order, please.
See, that makes the comment that the individual gave made more sense, because the conductor of the General Assembly was saying order when the people were cheering. And the reason why he was saying orders because it wasn't coming from anybody that was in the assembly, but it was coming from visitors outside.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Visitors that Netanyahu brought with him.
order.
It's like if you were a comedian and you nervous about if your jokes is gonna be funny, so you give a couple of your friends tickets and you tell them to laugh at every one of the jokes that you crack. You plant a couple of your own people in the crowd to hype you up, to make you look like,
Order, please.
So there you have it. The man of sin is being revealed. This is the book of Obadiah, verse 1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom, Adawam in the Hebrew, which means red. Why? Because their blood shows forth through their skin. It said, we have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. They hate you, devils, man. They hate you. They hate you, Israelis. The world hates you, Israelis. The Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son hates you, Israelis. Yes. And when you go to that word small, it means insignificant. Let's go to that, because that's what this video shows. You've been made small among the heathen. Insignificant. They can walk out on you now. They're not afraid to. Let the weak say, I am strong. We're going to read that too, Lord willing. Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Be your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Right, so you got different nations that never had nuclear capability, which is nuclear capability is the highest level of weaponry. And you have multiple nations that have that capability now, whereas in the past, it was only in the hands of the nation of Edom, the so-called white man, mainly coming out of America, all right, and coming out of Russia. But now it's not just the so-called white man that has that power, but weak nations that were once weak militarily are now strong because they have that power. And when you walk out of a nation that's considered to be one of the most powerful and influential, because like I said, they're backed by America, Babylon the Great, and their military, that's you saying that we're strong. We're going to stand up strong. We don't care. We're not going for this any longer, because for a long time this has been the narrative, and the world will grab their tissue and they would boo-hoo and cry for the land of Israel, and the conflict that goes on there. But the world is realizing the reason why the conflict is going on is because there's a controversy in Zion because the inhabitants of the land don't belong there. This is Isaiah 34, verse 8. For it is the day of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. There's a controversy. And the controversy is who belongs in the land of Israel. Who is Zion? Obadiah verse 1. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The word small in the Hebrew is quatan, which means young, small, insignificant, unimportant. You Edomites have been made unimportant. You small hats, you small hats, you JOOs, you've been made small, insignificant, unimportant. You're not able to influence these people anymore. You're not able to pull the strings of their emotional hearts anymore with your anti-Sem language. It's not working. They see you for the murderers and the deceivers, devils, that you are. Let's look up this word unimportant. Let's look that word up. It says lacking in importance or significance. Insignificant, right? So, Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. Verse 3, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. And this verse is really going into America, Babylon the Great, but America, Babylon the Great backs the land of Israel. And the reason why America, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed is because they're going to be drawn into World War III because they're tied to Benjamin Netanyahu and the land of Israel. Because they have this pride in their heart, like all the Edomites. And they're all Edomites. That's another point. They're all Edomites. Those people in the land of Israel, Edomites. Remember, Ezekiel 36, it said that the land of the Idumeans have taken the Lord's land into their possession. Let's read it in the NLT. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5 in the NLT. This is what the sovereign Yahweh says. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder. You see? That's what they've done to the land of Israel. That's what the nation of Edom has done to the land of Israel. They've taken the Lord's land into their possession. And even Yahweh Shai, our Lord and Savior, said the same thing in Luke, the 21st chapter. The Lord is making you small among the heathen and you being exposed. This is St. Luke chapter 21 and verse 24. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, referring to the Israelites. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. See? So Jerusalem is being trodden down by the Gentiles. I just want to see, curious to see what word is there for Gentile. It just got ethnos, which means ethnicity. And we know the ethnicity that's referring to is the ethnicity of the heathen. Why? Mainly the heathen, but you still got to sprinkle the Israelites in the land, but then they don't possess that land. And why? Because we just read the prophecy in Ezekiel 36. We read the prophecy in Zechariah 9 that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. So when it says Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentile be fulfilled, it's talking about the Gentiles, the actual heathen nations, are going to be possessing the land of Israel. It's not talking about the Israelite foreigners which are also called Gentiles. Revelation Revelation 11:2, it says, but the court, well, I don't have to read that. So Lord willing, this is edifying. I just wanted to expose what is being exposed, right? Which is the nation of Edom. Okay, Esau is being made bare, and I'll close with that. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10. It says, but I have made Esau bare. Let me start up. Jeremiah 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O ye and O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. If grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. You see? So Esau is being made bare. Let's go to this word bare in the Hebrew. It says, have made bare. The word is chashapathya. Chashapathya, which the root word for bare is chashap. Chashap.
Strong's H 2834. Chasaf. Chasaf.
Which in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, it would be pronounced chashap. It says to strip off, lay bare, make bare, draw out. Ooh. Yeah, you being drawn out in the forefront, put on the forefront. And everybody's seeing you. You're being exposed. To strip off, lay bare. The Lord is stripping you from that covering, that covering of subtlety and just, the great, you just being a great master manipulator. All that shit is being stripped from you. And now people are seeing you for who you really are. They're seeing through you now. They see through the mask. It says, let me look that up. What does it mean to see through somebody? They see through you, Esau. What does see right through you mean? If you see through someone or their behavior, you realize what their intentions are, even though they are trying to hide them. Woo! So that's it. That's what's happening right now. People are seeing, they see through your behavior because they realize what your intentions are, even though you're trying to hide them. They see that you're not the people. They're trying to keep the real people down and hold back. Really, you're holding back all the other nations. if they have heard the prophets, they will realize that you small hats. If they've heard the brothers on the highways and byways teaching, they will realize that you small hats, you holding them back from ultimately, they're going to serve slavery, but in the kingdom, ultimately, it's the kingdom, man. So it's going to be fair. It's going to be fair slavery for the heathen, not for Esau. But for the most part, after 1,000 years, it's going to be a fair servitude of the heathen to the Israelites. Because after 1,000 years, the heathen will get to go back to their allotted lands. Okay? And they will be able to live. But Esau is going to be exterminated. Because look at you devils and how you've operated in the earth. And the world is on to you. It says generally to strip off, i.e. generally to make naked, for exertion or in disgrace, to drain away or bail up a liquid, make bare, clean, discover, draw out, take out, uncover. The Lord is taking you out. He's uncovering you. He's making you naked. And it's an embarrassing thing to be a small hat in 2024. Lord is edifying, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushua, Kom Yasharala. Shalom.